And we're back. So, when I got myself a, avoid hitting my microphone, a cup of tea. Also, grab this. So, chocolate rabbit. My work gave us them for Easter, but didn't go into the office, so. Until recently, so just resetting the audio. It seems to be incredibly loud. I'll have to see what it looks like on the thing. But yeah, so hello, welcome to the stream. If you're just joining, or particularly if you're watching on this YouTube, I'll be chopping it up probably for YouTube. My name's Trismegistus. This is a special set of streams I'm doing because it's my birthday. I didn't have tomorrow, and I didn't have anything to do, and I'd end up playing games all day anyway. So I figured. Might as well stream some of it. There's a couple of games I wanted to check out that hit 1.0. So came out of early access recently. First one did earlier on was Dorf Romantic. It's like a tile-based sort of city builder. And the next one is Teardown. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Don't know why I did that. Yeah, the music is incredibly loud, isn't it? Take that down like that. Is that better levels? It's still pretty loud, isn't it? It's quieter when you're in the game, but that is ridiculously loud. I mean, that's basically on 0. Something feels wrong there. Okay, so yes, so this is Teardown, so we'll get going. I might just turn the music off altogether. We now have 3 challenges. Okay. So let me see. So when I played it before, I can't remember which ones weren't there. I don't recall these ones here. But I'm not sure if Hollow Rock was in the previous version. Okay. But we'll start with a campaign. So I'll probably turn the music off altogether. Oh my lord, that is loud. Can I get the options up again? I mean, it's loud even to me, playing it. Let's turn that right down as well. I don't remember it being so loud before. I mean, sound isn't particularly important in this game. It's sort of the sound effects, basically. Yeah, so it's a voxel-based game. So it's got, it's all these squares, like Minecraft style. But it's much more detailed. It's also ray traced. So the lighting, I've got it on max, although my computer's not really that able to cope with it. But it's just it'll stutter basically, so it'll slow down. Occasionally. And basically you play, I don't know what you would describe it, it's like a demolition person. So as it says there, when you can pick things up, and if you keep holding them, you're effectively grabbing them. And it's a very much so if you've played Half-Life 2, and in particular, it's sort of physics, a lot of it is simulated physics, and that's what it is with this game. So if I grab this and like throw it, as it were, then it keeps going because it's got, I'm giving it momentum, basically. And we could, so once we go inside, so let's say, if I pick things up and hold them, and I can throw them, and things break, basically. So all the voxels, the squares, essentially, they're like breakpoints, and it breaks up in a very, very sort of procedural way. So, or a physics-based way. So if I thrash this against the wall, you see it starts breaking there. It's slightly weird, though, because the different materials do have different, like, strength characteristics, but it's not realistic to the real world, is the thing I would say. So here, I've just managed to punch a hole in this brick wall with a wooden crate. Well, that's not very realistic, really. And the amount of damage there is sort of similar to this. It is tougher, the brick, and metals are tougher and that sort of thing, but it's not realistic. And you get things like, I can probably show you, we might be able to show you, but when we get into the first proper mission, and then we can open the door here. But you can like blow trees up. So it gives me the extinguisher, spray can. I think I might have to sneeze. And the sledgehammer. It says to replace the fuse to turn the power on. This is just like tutorial basically. And essentially we can. The metal's like super tough. That's really loud, isn't it? The brick is pretty tough. Although, as you saw, I managed to break it with a box, so it's a bit weird. The glass is not tough at all. And then your various objects have various levels of toughness. Yeah, apologies, I'm not sure this could be one I sort of stream. What's this? Bit of wooden door, you see? And this is basically what you do. You sort of break the levels, in a sense. Oh, opens the other way. Particularly to get rid of this tree, set up paths, and so we'll get into it. But so if we place the fuse, but the lighting's all ray traced and stuff, and it does look very, very good, I think. But it does mean it's very heavy performance-wise. Turn that off. So, you get your missions, basically, from this email inbox, basically. So this is from Tracy. Gas bill. Gas bill just dropped on the floor. Honestly, I'm not sure we can make it through the month. Are you getting any requests? At this point, we pretty much have to accept anything. Be creative. Hugs, Mum. So, you work for your mum, basically. Head of sales. Locale Teardown Services. And that's a new email. So, Tracy, forward old building problem. This just came in. Sounds kind of fishy, but we need the money. You up for it? Messages from Gordon Wu. Subject, old building problem. Good evening. My name is Gordon Wu, General Manager at the Evertides Mall. I have a slight problem with an old building that's blocking our plans for a new wing, and I needed someone to knock it over. I need it gone by tomorrow, and I'd even be willing to pay more than the standard rate for some extra discretion. Quick execution and uncomfortable working hours. Would you be able to take care of it? So you're basically a criminal, essentially, and you're like a demolitions expert. And you get given these slightly dodgy missions, which, they're sort of a bit euphemistically described. As I understand it, it's actually a German developer, but there is to me, it's very British, and sort of this is the type of thing that you might see in some crime movie, basically, where you're, and you see it does develop, but you see how we've got, so I believe this is where we are, this is where home is, and then obviously this is the first one, so this is the Evertides Mall, and it does these, and I'll explain what those dots are in a minute. The old building problem. An old building is blocking Gordon's plan for a new wing at the mall. So that's the mall. Help him demolish it. View email from Tracy, so if you wanted to look at it again. Eventually we'll get multiple missions we can do, and we'll be able to do them in whatever order we want. So this is your van, and basically once you've done whatever you've been tasked with doing, you have to come here and escape, and there'll be some equivalent to that on every level. And you see, as I say, you get different materials. Now, what I was saying about you getting consistent or non-realistic behaviour, if I chop this tree down, you see how the tree maintains its shape, so it doesn't squish in a sense, and I can push this tree over and stuff. Can I grab it? You only have a limited amount of strength, so you can't grab everything, but you can. I can sort of push this tree around, even though that it's completely unrealistic, but let's say it's sort of a version of physics. Now what it wants me to do, well, it's telling me propane explodes when thrown, and if I grab it with my right hand, then I can, you sort of charge the throw up with the left. Yeah, so you sort of, the left is like a, right, I'm going to throw this, and then you let go of the right. It's a little bit wonky, the controls. I believe it's a bit better on with controller. But yeah, so what we need to do, basically, you see it says 5.2 meters too tall. And I've just injured myself there because I was too close to the thing. And you can just go in and, you know, sledgehammer your way through. We do also have other tools, so on the thing. The spray can's not useful here, but it's very useful when you're doing a mission to be able to say, right, as you're running around doing a mission, which are usually against the clock, you can say, just as a reminder, you know, go left or whatever. But you can also, you know, graffiti if you want. I'm doing a terrible job at graffitiing. Just stick your name on the side of the building, and you can just, you know, you can mess about with that. The other thing is a fire extinguisher. Now, part of the reason it's given us a fire extinguisher, and it is a funky effect to it, is that you can set things on fire and then they're properly on fire. But, say, you don't have to use those. You can do it in any way you want. We don't have to use those things, the propane tanks necessarily. But there is this brick fireplace which we can't destroy with our sledgehammer. What you can also do, another thing, and that's metal, obviously, so we can't really get rid of that. And I say, here again, weird physics in that the building is now effectively supported entirely by this chimney, which is a bit weird. But you go in buildings, you know, you can knock about with them. Usually, not on this mission. Oops. This mission I don't think. But there are usually hidden, well, hidden cache basically. And you can go around looking for hidden cache. Your health recovers really quickly, so it's more a thing to sort of slow you down rather than sort of properly break you. You see it's all breaking apart, like as if it is physics. So yes, do that. The other thing you can do, because the mall over here, now there is like a limited, or there was, maybe they've extended it for this. Yeah, you see there's a play area. We can't go beyond that, so we can't get into the mall. But we've got even more propane tanks here, so we can have some absolute whale of a time lobbing propane tanks at this. We'll try and get the brick thing, because that does obviously do some damage to the thing. Can we get some more propane tanks? Here we go. Oops. And I mean, this mission we don't have a time limit, but generally how each mission works is you have a time to set up, or it did in the original. I don't know how they've changed it. How are we doing there? Set up what you're going to do, and then you it's like speed running basically. You sort of speed run the level, but you get to mess about with. Oh, it looks like I hit the same bit again. So what we can also do, oops, is get in vehicles. So we'll give that a go in a minute. Did that get? And you do get a situation like that. It's like, so what's actually holding this building up? Oh, it must be the. It must be the stairs, apparently. I say our mission really is basically to make this small. So what another thing we can do to try and do that? Why can't I get over that? Okay. Let's drive a vehicle on it. Now you see it's got additional controls. That is still very loud, isn't it? Options. Take that all the way down there. I don't know why it's so loud. basically music switch off. You see, we've got some institutional controls for this. So this is tank style controls. But if we use the left mouse button and right mouse button, we can raise and lower the shovel. So where vehicles have an extra thing, you know, with that. Brake is obviously space. So we can make a bit of a mess of this building with the shovel attachment. I say this first level, it's really intended for you to just sort of learn the controls. There we go, so we've flattened it off. Now, I say there's nothing stopping us in this one from just messing about. I'm saying it is very much a learn the controls, learn how it plays tutorial mission. The vehicles do take damage. These are obviously quite tough. They're made of metal, but if we'd use the car, you see how the front of it's broken off. I say they are quite fragile, actually, the cars. So there we go. So that's roughly, I say, the sort of controls. So the dots are a set of things that you've got to do and things that are optional. So you have some optional things you can do on most missions, and in order to complete the mission, you have to do the thing. Now, what you'll often find, because of the whole nature of you trashing the level, you can get yourself into a sort of effectively an unwinnable position. Damned alarm clocks. Into an unwinnable position, basically. So you then you can just reset the level. But yeah, so we can open all these and say we'll go looking for. You see, you've got ice block in the fridge there. It resets your home when you come home. You know, when you finish each mission, so you don't have to sort of worry about trashing your home too much. Because it'll all just be reset when you get back. And it's quite a good place to test out the various extra tools that it gives you. And you notice now the TV will be talking about the missions as well, so it sort of relates to it. But there we go. One from Tracy, investigation. What a morning. Shouldn't have taken that job. I knew something wasn't right. That building was under cultural heritage protection, and the demolition is now part of a criminal investigation. Miss Turdyman at the police just sent me this photo, which is obviously our van driving away. They must have caught you on traffic camera heading towards the mall. The very last thing we need right now is an investigation. I tried sweet talking her, and she thought she could get the case dropped, but asked for a favour in return. I don't know what she wants, but just do it. She'll email you directly. So this is Parissa Turdyman. Quite a name. Just so you know, I don't usually do this, but I'm stuck on a case and I feel like I should try something new. I've been investigating Lawrence Lee Jr. over tax evasion for months now, but he has so many friends in town that I can't get a warrant. How about you use your skills to borrow the computers over at Lee Chemicals so that I can finally access his customer registry and sort this mess out. If you do this for me, I'll make sure your little blunder will be forgotten. So this tells us about the mission, where it is. So it's down at Lee Chemicals. Operated by the Lee family for 3 generations, Lawrence Lee Jr. showed a promising start, but developed a weakness for fast cash. He is now a well-known name in the criminal underworld. The other thing we can do is upgrade tools. Now, we can't do the ones we've got, but eventually you get guns and things like that, so you can upgrade. We can buy more ammunition, basically, and let them, fire more shots and things like that. Lee computers. The Lee computers, rather. So again, we've got the escape here. Tab to open map and objectives. And here you get a map. It's a proper map, as in it's the actual world, just shown from above. So any damage we do, anything we do, will be here, because it is literally just the camera flies above. And you notice it is quite a big map. There is a, you know, it reuses the same maps basically, and you do different things on different missions. So our escape vehicle, yeah, your position, and then these are the 3 things we've got to do. So there are 3 computers, the primary targets, one in the office, the harbour office, and the factory. So you can always see where you're going. It'll mark those on the thing as well. Parasol wants access to Lee's computer registry. Pick up 3 computers at the site for security, fire alarm. Large fires will trigger the alarm. Okay. Now, I can't remember if this one, because there are alarms basically. But what we're essentially tasked with doing... Can I get in here? Sometimes you can just get in, and sometimes the doors are locked. So you just make your way in. And that's why it's the physics-based thing. So this is the target. Okay, so sometimes they have alarms on. It didn't look like it had an alarm on it. But sometimes they'll have alarms on it. And that triggers the thing, and so you have to create yourself a path where you can run around the level, pick everything up in that time limit, and get back to your van. And you can do things like I wouldn't call them cheats, but you can basically move things around without triggering the alarm. Should we put it that way? Okay. So you can also quick save, as it says there, so that, you know, if you know you're about to do something and you're not sure if it'll completely wreck your run, you can do a quick save. Find out. But say, there'll be all sorts of, oh, here you go, sort of valuable. And they say that's a little bonus, and that's what you use for your upgrades, which is basically, say, just buying more ammo and things like that. But it's worth going around the level, exploring what's there and where everything is and what connects to what, using the... No, is it under tab? There we go. Using the map to work out where things are, what the relative locations are. Let's go and see if we can get into whatever that is. Oh, that's a locked gate, isn't it? So this is one round here. Don't think we can get in here because it's like, yeah, because we haven't got any of the gun or anything yet. We could try and drive a vehicle in there, but we'll just leave that. It's all ray traced and stuff. So it looks really good, particularly things like the water. Let's have a look in here. What's interesting in here? Got anything to nick? Oh, there we go. More valuables. A disc cutter. And sometimes, I mean, this is one of the things with you get the mods and some of the levels people make and stuff. It's, you know, it can be fun just to run around trashing stuff without any particular purpose. And so you can always reset the level. Quick load. Now, have these got anything in them? Here we go. Here we go. Power wrench. Anything in there? No. I mean, sometimes when you come back, they'll have gone because you'll have done something effectively to the level that means it's sort of not accessible. So there's a runway across there. But there's a level up here. What's going on up here? So it's a lot of while since I played. Once I finished it, I didn't really go back. But people have made some amazing stuff in the mods. You can watch the videos on YouTube's. This gets us in here. Okay. Let's have a look at the map. See where our next... Alright, so that back building back there. But isn't there one? Yeah, there's one in here as well somewhere. So I don't think this level has an alarm, or it's only like one of them's got an alarm or something. Because again, it's just sort of introducing you gently to the mechanics, basically. Again, we could drive that. Oh, some more valuables there. Oh, and there. Lovely. Now, where was the... It's up here, isn't it? So, we can't really get into that directly, but... There's a cherry picker here. Can we use the cherry picker? Whoops! Fell through in that gap there. Oh. Oops. To break our way into the office. Again, no alarms. I think in the fiction, I think the idea eventually is that the reason they start alarming stuff is because you're nicking stuff. You know, you're doing things, and they're like, oh well, we need to get some alarms then. Interesting there. You get hidden like walls and stuff on some of them. Yeah, you see it's locked. And you have to break your way into the wall. I wonder how people normally get into that office then. Right, let's have a look at the map. Where haven't we been? So we haven't actually been in there, but there's another couple of buildings here. Let's see if we can steal anything in there. Where's the door? Well, there's a window there. I'm going to break in there at some point. There we go. And obviously there are some metal doors and stuff like that. You can't just break in, but I say you get bombs and all sorts. I think that's the roof. There might be something up above here. It's metal. Okay. Wonder if I can jump across. Whoop. Can I? Okay. You're a right vandal. I'm a right vandal, basically. You just smash your way into everything. Anything valuable here? Bet I could have just opened that door, could I? Yeah. You don't usually get valuables in boxes. You know, so there's not that much point breaking into boxes, but... where are we going? So we want to go to this building. How do we get in there? It's got bars on the window. But those look like normal windows. So could we, because this is going to be locked a bit. Yeah. Could we make our way up there somehow? So, if we get back in... Oh, and I could, we could obviously... Well, why don't we do that? We drive this around here. Let's lower. We can break these. And sort of make ourselves a little way to sort of jump round. Like so. Across there. Obviously, I have done this level before. This isn't... Well, I wouldn't consider myself an expert at the game, but... So I have at least done these earlier levels. I thought they'd added some new modes, but... Oh, is that a valuable? There we go. Valuable in here. There we go. Painting. So I think this is our last target. Mission accomplished. Oh, that's a painting as well. Grab that. anything in here? Oh, it's just turn on, turn off. What does that say? Free soda, not at Lee Chemicals. Cool. Okay. I guess we need to get out somehow though. So I don't know that we've got everything. I have a feeling there's something else, but that'll do us. We see we've got the 3 required objectives. I say there is this whole other area to the map. Oh, I haven't looked at that building, have I? So I know we can't get to some places because we don't have all of our tools yet. Or even some of it, you know, we've literally just got the sledgehammer. Have we been in here? Someone on the back? Oh, I think this is one we can't get in. Oh no! Anything useful in here? What was that? There we go. Some hidden cash. Cool. So I think we got most things. If not actually everything. Don't suppose there's anything up there, is there? Nah. So off we go. And obviously you can keep practicing it and speed run it to your heart's content. As I say, the news tends to report on the things you've been doing. So that's Lee Chemicals. He's talking about hit and run, no fun for Lee Sun. So yeah, so it sort of tells you what's going on. Right, so let's have a look at the next one. I'm going to bite the head off this rabbit. Parissa Tardyman. The customer registry indicates that Lee has worked almost exclusively with a single client recently. The client is only referred to as BT and no further details, so I really have to bother you with one more favour. So highlighting something there. Head back to Lee Chemicals and fetch their employee login devices. I should be able to cross-reference their log files with the delivery schedule to figure out where they are moving the product and what BT means. I heard they installed a new security system. Be careful. So this is where you now get the security side of things. And we have 3 login devices. Pick up 3 login devices for Parissa. They are protected by an alarm system. Security arrives at 60 seconds after alarm is triggered. After the alarm is triggered, make sure to plan ahead. Now, I don't think we get the tools yet. No, we still haven't got... So we got the cash, but we've not been given any more tools. Which is odd. I thought we ended up with... I thought we ended up with a tool after this. You see, it's now got an alarm bell, you see. Saying it's alarmed, and technically now it's got an actual lock on the gate. So we got to find our way in first, but... Is it around here? Well, let's just have a look at the map on objectives. So we're now going to get to these 3 places, right? But as soon as we pick one up, we're going to have a look at one of them. As soon as we pick one up, where was that? Oh, is it the rocks? Doesn't matter. We'll be able to get around. But as soon as we pick one up, no, can't jump that. You can just get right. You see, we can just sort of get around. thought there'd be enough room for me to squeak round, but so we can just swim round here, I think. Isn't there just like some stairs, basically. Or a dock or something. Here we go. There we go. So we're in now. And there's extra, you know, it's different. But it doesn't show the damage that we did, basically. Now, there is a one in here. Here we go. So what I'll do a quick save. And just show you that what happens. So as soon as you pick one up, the timer starts, basically. So what we have to do is make ourselves a path of least resistance. So we've got one here. It's worth scoping them out first, because some of them are easier to get to than others. But you notice we've got... It is kind of set up in such a way that you can kind of, you know... There's obvious things for you to do. So, you know, and you can plan it out and you can test it with the quick load. But you see how we've got a way across here. So we could possibly, you know, leap across there, or maybe make some kind of bridge to get across. So that we can just run around. I'm going up the tower, aren't I? Don't mean to go up the tower. Went in the wrong building. You know, there are more vehicles now, so... You know, we could obviously drive between them. Or we can make, you know, some sort of hole here. And make ourselves a little path. Now, we can't really do that. So what happens in later levels is you get planks and stuff. But we haven't got them yet. Just say, I thought we did. Because it's too far to jump, that, basically. So what we could try and do is try and leap onto there, but that's pretty tricky. Another option, how about we place this vehicle maybe so that we can, oops, wrong one, run across its roof. So if we grab that and then go across in here. Oh, I managed to land the landing anyway. Whoops. Didn't mean to go off there. Now, where's the next one? Where are we actually heading? We're heading there. Okay. So we got that one there. Now, look at the map. If we're running across there, then we would hit a brick wall. Brick wall. And in fact, it's a brick wall that comes in here. But we've got some propane tanks. Can we punch a hole in the wall, maybe? Oh, I swung round too quickly then and whacked the thing. Yes, you have to be careful with that. I swung round and it basically hit the thingy. Because you notice you hold it at this weird distance. Maybe I could do it on this side. It's difficult to know where it comes in though. No, I don't think that really worked, did it? Pretty sure it's this. I think this is where it actually comes in on the other side. So we'd need to punch a hole above that, basically. Oh, it's not, you know, we don't have to do that. We could punch a hole in the wall here and just run off. Oh, no, that didn't connect. Oh, yeah, that connects there, doesn't it? So actually, maybe a hole in the corner would work. If we were doing that. Can I get in here? I don't think it adds additional valuables. So once you've sort of rinsed it for valuables, that's you done. Oh, so we didn't get them all anyway. Is this openable? No? Okay. Wasn't the third one in... Oh, no, it's not in this building, okay. I thought it was in this building, but we do have more propane and propane accessories. So maybe we could use that at some point. No, that's locked. Is it in that building? No. And this door's locked. Yep. Now, how did we get in there before? Because that's all inaccessible. There is this walkway across here. So can we get in that building? Yeah. Okay. So we could run across that. Loads more propane there. Where is it? Oh, this is it here. Okay. Because we could just punch a hole in the thing. So we could grab this. Usually this is where I give it a quick test. So we could grab that. And then through there. Across here. Was there one in here? No. But if we were to possibly knock that floor through. Where actually is it? Right, let's load it back up. You see, and it's sort of a trial and error thing, basically. So we go through there, across there. So how might we get across into this nice and easily? We have that run across there. There's no particularly sort of easy way into this building. Because it's here. Oh! Huh, wonder what that was. So I'm wondering... I wonder what's in there. I'm wondering, can we jump across the roof? I'll just sort of get rid of all these. Make this as big as possible. Get these out of the way, maybe? Because sometimes you can sort of do them with... You just practice, essentially. You don't have to come up with some mad Heath Robinson way of doing it. Because we could potentially come across... Whoops. That was a rubbish jump. So we would come across... Run across this. You see. Run across from there. Then ideally we kind of want a hole in the wall. I think. No, we want to get on the roof, really, don't we? If I'm going to do that plan. How would we get on the roof? Or, I do, if I punch some massive... Because the trouble is, where that window is here, I think? No, the window is here? bit further up there. So I think it's aligned roughly here. So we could try and punch a big hole in the wall so we can jump across to the window. Let's see if we can do that. Let's give it a quick save first. Because there are lots of propane tanks knocking about. But I don't know that I can sort of throw them particularly accurately. What does that do? No, we're below the window anyway. Okay, so that's not very good. How would we get onto the roof? Ah, we could try jumping across to there. It's not a very conducive jump, though. We could see if we can... Oh, yeah. Okay. So maybe... I mean, the other thing we could try and do is use it as like a ladder. Let's turn that over. So if I... it's not a very good ladder, is it? So if I was running across here, you see, so we grab the thing, we jump, fallen through that gap, and then I do that, and there's no way for me to get up. Okay, that's not a very good plan. Because where are we? Oh, looks like I've smashed a hole in the thing by accident. Don't fancy my chances of bringing a propane tank up here without sort of trashing it. Oh, it's a valuable that. Lovely. What's another solution then? Oops. I mean, we could do it in another order. That's another way of doing it. So we... Oh, we didn't even break a hole in across here anyway. I mean, 60 seconds is quite a while to do this mission, I seem to recall. It's not... You can sort of just run around doing it fairly easily. Can I punch a hole? A useful place here without also exploding my own face. So it's where? There, I think? Well, I still exploded my face, but not enough to trouble me. I seem to remember doing this the first time and it being a bit of a pain to get a hole that you can actually fit through. Was there propane in here? No. You see this sort of puzzly element to it. So that's the wrong place anyway, isn't it? We would really want it a hole in that corner. Okay. the other option here. I bet I could just smash this. Right. There we go. Trouble is now I've completely destroyed the floor. Okay. Let us restart. I seem to remember there's a bit of this that you can basically just jump over. Maybe you have to climb up these rocks. There you go. Now I shouldn't have to... Yeah, you've already got the... You don't have to pick up the valuables every time. Oh, actually, maybe if I took that out... That could be a way up. Can I get these? I smashed that. I already knew that was open. Oops! Ooh. So if I blow that up... That was a terrible throw. Okay. Come here. Maybe above it? There we go. And then can I take this out? Maybe, but not with what I'm carrying. In fact, I seem to remember that's how I ended up doing it before. Running along this pipe? That rings a big bell. That rings a big bell. Yeah, because I remember having to practice this jump a load of times. Yeah, because you fall through. And then you can actually get through there. So we probably need to punch a hole there. See if we can do that. Okay, that didn't explode. Why did that not explode? Okay, is that one not a... Oh, it's not a propane tank, is it? It's a fire extinguisher. Or something. Yeah, okay. Okay, never mind that then. This one's a propane tank. Is that a big enough hole? Let's see. Probably not. Oh, there's no hole at all. Well, that's a bit rubbish. Okay. Maybe we should use this then. If I... No. Oh. Well, that's not gone well. Restart. I wasn't actually planning on really playing this. I was going to hop into the mods and stuff. But might as well just crack on. So I ended up spending an hour. Already. Oh, I can't get in there, can I? Should we just try and, like, simple it, as in not actually do anything particularly spectacular? So, excuse me, rather than try and be fancy, we'll punch a hole here, so we know that saves, you know, having to run down. But maybe we'll just try and... Oh, I loaded. That was dumb. I don't know why quick start and quick load aren't on F5 and F6. Right, let's try that again. And this time not hit the wrong button. Okay. Right. So, quick save. So, if we do that... Ah! That was in the way. And if we jump across here... And right across here... Whoops. Then that should put us right in front of this. Get out of the way. So we can grab that. Yeah, so some way to get onto that, because we can't make that jump. Okay. So we do need some way to get across the thingy. So what's happened here? Oh, a pallet's fallen in front of it. So let's get rid of all that. We know that's a problem. Then we wanted to run across here, run up down here, and then as I say, we need some way of getting across. But this is right in our way. So can I simply drive this? Oh. I was hoping it might go into the water, but I'm not strong enough to push it. Okay. Because I want to use this. Maybe we can just nudge it into the drink. Boop. No. No, it's not. It's not like weighty enough to push it off. Okay. So, in that case, so we come on here, we run along that thing there, and I just jump off. We run round, run up. It's going to be quite slow, that bit. And I can do the bit... I might need to get rid of them. I can do the bit still here, maybe? I'll have to see which works best. So I've probably taken out a bit too much there. Like that, and then I can... In theory, I could possibly leave it across like that. So it's a bit twisty and turny. Let's make that look. Okay. Could maybe go out the window then. So you just have to get it done. You don't need to do it elegantly. Okay, well, let's give that a go. See how far off it is. And then maybe improvise a a fix or two. I'd quite like the planks, but you must get them later. The planks are really useful for just building bridges. So I guess you get them later on. Just I remember. Oh, idiot! Went the wrong way. Right. So let's give it another quick save and give it a go. So through here. Oh no, wrong way. What's there? What's there? Oh no! Oh, don't matter. Don't matter. Through here. So it's only been 15 seconds. Okay. That. Do that. Oh, never mind that then. Oops. No, I fell in the water. Might have to reset it because I don't see how I can get round that vehicle. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Yeah. Well, that's not a bad exit route, is it? So we're not, you see, we're not far off. So if we load that up, if I was to do that a bit better, we might actually do it. Go this way, across here, and then drop down, through, that up, across there, see if I can get to that. Yes, there we go. Oh, the window's here. Okay. So if we need a bit more time, we could grab that. Don't think I can actually get through it that way, though. Cool. It looks like we'll be able to... Oh, I didn't destroy the gate, did I? How am I going to get across? Oh... I biffed it at the last minute. Okay. Let's load that back up then. I forgot the gate was locked in this time. So if we go and smash the gate somehow... No. Oh, I have to go round, don't I? And I think there's a car there, but we could take a propane tank. We should be able to just drive a car through it. Got something? Some motor vehicle? Well, there's this. We could smash a hole. In fact, we could just smash a hole in the fence, I think, with this. There we go. So that gives us an exit route. Now, just a simple case of executing the plan. I could also, in fact, go and pre-smash that window. How would I do that? If I go this way, in fact, can I get on top of that? No, is that too high to jump? So this is the, jumping onto these is the careful bit. We can get rid of this window. Like so. And then maybe make that hole a bit bigger. Cool, okay, so we should have everything in place now. Next. Everything should be in place to do our run. They get a lot trickier, and particularly doing the... In fact, some of them I never did the optional objectives, but you have to sort of remember certain things that, or it takes sort of lateral thinking. I say because it's sort of a puzzle solving element to it, and it's like there's one level I just couldn't do it, and then somebody mentioned that you could drive a particular truck. I think it was on Reddit. They said that. Right. And I didn't. It didn't even occur. It hadn't even occurred to me that you could drive that truck. And you can basically put it in the perfect position to do the crime. Now, oh, I've missed. Okay, we might have to. Nope, we're okay there. It's obviously just quicker running through the window, but I think we should be okay now that we've got a hole in the wall. Yeah, plenty of time. Oop, there we go. How they don't know to just follow the follow the van that's driving away, I don't know. Amateur, you reached a new rank. A new tool has been delivered. Here we go. We've now got a blowtorch. There we go. That I was expecting more of these tools. I don't know if maybe can we rank it up as well? You see how it looks completely different because the different like weather and stuff like that. So it's now a nice day. And this is the thing of ray tracing. You know, it looks like completely different. Right, let's just get the sledgehammer. So a quick read. Need a coffee? Need coffee rather. They turned off the gas. I can't even make a proper coffee anymore. We really need to bring in some more clients. I'll reach out to Gordon and see if he has something else. I haven't heard back from the police. That thing sorted? Gordon, whoa, Marina too small. Thanks for helping me out with that building. The police were snooping around a little, but it seems to have called off now, and we can finally start construction. I actually have another job for you, see. I bought this yacht recently, but it's too large for the marina, and the board says there is no space for a new dock. Could you use your demolition skills again and remove one of the timeshare cabins? If the original documentation also disappeared, then ta-da, like it was never there. So basically he wants you to go and smash up a marina. This one doesn't, I seem to remember it doesn't have a time limit on it. Like it doesn't have a timer. But you can't damage something. There's some difference to it in that way. What I did want to see though is can we upgrade? Oh, there we go. So there's an upgrading. None of these are upgradable. But a blowtorch you can upgrade and give it more fuel basically. So it'll last for more seconds. And you see it's fairly expensive, but I got plenty of cash because I didn't know about the valuables until the other thing. But yeah, you do eventually get more things. Now, can I? If I get the main menu. So let's have a look what challenges have unlocked. Challenges are experimental game modes where you can try out scores on new environments and challenges are playing the campaign. You play challenges with the same tools and upgrades you have unlocked in the campaign. And then there's sandbox mode. Sandbox is just messing around in the level. But I thought they'd added some different ways of playing. Let's have a look at one of these challenges then. Lee chemicals. Pick up as many targets as possible and get to your escape vehicle before the time runs out. Mayhem. Destroy as much as possible in 60 seconds. Be careful during preparation because the timer starts when 1,000 voxels have been destroyed. Okay. And then that hunted one is locked. Should we give one of them a go? Let's give that a go. So I hadn't anticipated spending all the time actually playing the game, but I got a bit carried away. This looks different. Where has this come from? Okay. Can I open this? What the heck are they? Wondering if they're from later in the game, maybe? What was the... Did I pick the destroy stuff? I did. So, it's, I mean, let's just get in the truck and try and smash some stuff, I think. It's a bit of a crack bit of driving. Let's see. Ah! Well, that's rubbish. Let's try and restart. Okay. Presumably you can set it up so that there's like, you get cascade explosions and stuff. Well, let's see if instead I can... Does it give me all my tools, or is it just... Okay. Wow! That went quicker than I thought. You see, with this, the blow torch, you can actually, you know, destroy different things. Can I... No. Oh, it didn't blow the other ones up. Killed myself. Yeah, so you could probably place the, you know, the propanes in appropriate places, and you know, that sort of thing. And particularly, imagine if you can get, once you get more tools. I wonder what it counts as 1,000. It's not a lot then, is it? 1,000. But yeah, because you get like a shotgun and a pistol and all sorts of different... Oh wow, look at that. So we could have picked this up, I guess. Because you can hook onto that. And then maybe just... Whoa! Set it up so that it's ready to, you know, smash into something. Look at all of them. Or like pile all the boxes up maybe. There's so many propane around here. I mean, I've done terribly then. But... 26,607 voxels. Not even a star. Done terribly at that. What's the next one then? Fetch. Fetch challenge. Oh, okay. So it's just... You see, there's that this comes into it later on. Okay. Let's see what it looks like now. So it's like a more complicated version of the main way of playing, I guess, in that... okay, yeah. So as soon as you pick one of them up... Yeah, okay. Another case of dashing round. Simple case of dashing round. Making as many thievings as possible. But yeah, if you set it up so that you can run around... That one there. And there looks like there might be one upstairs. There we go. Bit like the main game, basically. Let's just disappear and see what it reckons to two theftings. So 4 targets gets you 2 stars on that. Okay. Let's have a look at the mods. Oh, okay. So they already have... Create your own mods using Lua scripting and free builds. An example mods that can modify or replace with your own creations. Okay. Built it. Make a local copy. Not sure I understand that, or I'm sufficiently interested to do it on stream in 10 minutes. What should we do then? So I guess we could look at the sandbox. Go and have a look at the marina. So this is the marina. It's where the next mission happens. What you have to do, basically, there's... Oh, it's these ones. So you have to basically trash one of these, but you have to only trash one of them. I think that's your challenge in this. So you're not... I don't think you're against a timer, but it's like if you destroy all of them, you fail the mission. It's something like that. It's slightly different. The sandbox just lets you mess around. Now, does the sandbox give me all of the tools? No. Okay. So most of these modes look like they're really intended for once you've completed the campaign. So you see the blowtorch is a good way of trashing things, but the reason it gives you the blowtorch with this is because what you can do... where am I going with the... What's this? Around that way. But what I did is you basically chop off the last building, so the last one on the marina. Oh, and there's all valuables here and stuff as well. In fact, let's go and have a look and see. Will the valuables be here? Obviously difficult to know without knowing where they are. No, I don't think the valuables are here. Oops. Okay. Makes sense. I mean, you know, just letting you pick them up in sandbox mode would be a bit sort of... a bit pointless, really. But yeah, so what I did, I seem to recall, is basically chop off, literally like hacksaw your way through, because there are some metally bits, but you see it sets on fire, and it's like something where you can only damage a certain amount of it, and so kind of it's getting you to understand how the fire mechanism works. But you see it's not actually detached, so even though I've cut that away, because it's got these. I seem to recall. Oh, just pop through. Well, that's basically mission complete, doing that, or roughly that. Is it being held up by this wire? I think it is, isn't it? Oh, no, it's just generally floating. Okay. Looks like it's been held up by something. I don't know what. It's not that, is it? No? Yeah, it's just a sandbox mode, basically, as you'd expect. Okay. Main menu. So we're going to have a look at that then. Let's campaign. See what it actually requires you to do. In fact, just go on there, can't I? West Point Marina. Yeah, so I'm just going to take a look at these. Warehouse safe. Dump this in the ocean. Okay. this save. There you go, you see. Fire up large farm alarms will trigger the fire. Yeah, so this one's not about timing, I don't think. Because this is enormous. Well, this is like properly big safe. Oops. Decorative swordfish, lovely. Now there is 0. Here you go. It's like hidden area basically. And there's a few of them in the game. See, it's like a false wall essentially. Oh, a Pro Suck vacuum cleaner. Pro Suck. No, won't let me open it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, let's have a look at this safe. I think actually I might be wrong. I think this does have a alarm on it. Let's have a look. Valuables. Where's the actual? Over in that office thing. Am I right with that? Oh no, no, you can dump it in the water. But yeah, getting it to the water is a pain because you can sort of drag it, I think. Like not properly, if you see what I mean. There you go, see, you're not quite strong enough to move it properly. Yeah, so you basically have to get a big, put it onto a vehicle, or there is like a dumper type truck somewhere. Where are we going? Hang on that way. Yeah, so I'm not going to actually play this. I'll sort of show. I think. This is how it works. 6 meters too tall. I say you just, or what I did, just sort of sever it along here, like we did in the sandbox, and put it out. Whoops! Fallen in the water. I think there are some valuables in here actually. There you go. Anything else? Oh, I don't know where they are. Let's disconnect it there. Yeah, I get sort of carried away because there's like that puzzly element to it. Whoops. Still 1 meter too tall. It's basically assessing it against this floor level. There we go. So the key with this one is not to set anything on fire, and because that then just sets the alarm off. Yeah, so anyway, so this is, that's Teardown. The new stuff really is where I'm interested in, but I say it deleted my save file at some point. I suspect when I uninstalled it the first time, so I can't really get access to that without playing it through. Which is fine, but I'm sure I'll enjoy playing it through again. But it means I can't really show the new stuff without a good few hours of play. But it's a good game. I really enjoy it. I say it's the, you know, sandbox sort of speed, you know, sort of speed running type of thing that is quite fun. Bayran sunglasses. I think there's something in here, isn't there? Yeah. Cash register. You see, he's just a thief, just a tea leaf, and you're sort of a, you know, dodgy geezer, basically. You'd fit well in an episode of EastEnders, let's put it that way. That's probably not an appropriate thing to say, but there you go. But yeah, so that's a sort of a quick look at Teardown. I'd quite like to actually stream it at some point, generally, but yeah. So I had hoped I could get, and let's raise the bridge, and it stops, so you can put it on that, and then you can put a jump in, basically. So you can just jump across. But yeah, it's just an open, you know, very much a sandbox game. Play with the physics type of situation. Achieve what they want you to do in each mission, but the story's pretty thin. It's not really. It's just a framework to give you an excuse to look up particular things, do particular things. Wasn't it? Yeah. Right. Some tools. Cool. Yeah. So anyway, let's leave it there. Oh, I have to abort it, don't I? I can't just... If I quick save it, it won't actually save it. It just does like progress saving, basically. Yes, so let's say that was a bit of Teardown, which is a great fun game. Don't do that. I will be stopping here. So I'm going to have some lunch. I'm going to stop the stream proper because it'll be a couple of hours, and then basically we'll pick up at 3 o'clock with a usual Factorio stream. That will be only a couple of hours, so I'll be playing Crash Storio 2 for a couple of hours, and you know, continuing the save. So it'll be a normal sort of stream. But after that, after a couple of hours, say about 5 o'clock-ish maybe, UK time, I will switch over to Stardew Valley. So I want to continue my Stardew Valley game. I haven't basically... I played it a bit when he did the 1.5, Concerned 8 did the 1.5 update. I did play it on my sort of personal save, so we could pick that up instead, but it basically added a ton of stuff, and it's kind of why I stopped, because I'd got so far behind with editing the YouTube videos, and then he did that massive update, and it's like there's so much new content. It's just, you know, overwhelmed me a bit, to be honest with you. I haven't actually done a lot of the new content, so it might be worth just playing my normal save. But yes, so back in a couple of hours with a bit of Factorio on this special set of birthday streams. Yeah, I hope you have a good day if you don't come back, and or if you do, I hope to see you again. So I'll just sign this off as normal. So if you've been watching, hope you've enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Tristan Magistus. This has been Teardown. Thanks for watching. Cheers.